Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to re-meet Antillon. He was on my show a few months ago. He just came out with this amazing book. It's called Blind Spots. He's going to help all leaders identify their potential blind spots. Next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, as you just saw in that little video, I was a TV reporter for 25 years. I was a good storyteller, but then I went out on my own. I started a company. I started hiring people. I had to discover a leadership style. I didn't read a single leadership book. And unfortunately, too many leaders have blind spots. And that's why I have Antillon back on the show. Thanks for coming back on.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me again.
Yes. Well, I think the trouble with many bosses is nobody can tell truth to power. And so all leaders have blind spots.
All leaders have blind spots, but very few know what they are. And if you don't know what they are, you're unable to do anything with them.
Yes.
Now, I'm reminded of this, and this is kind of a funny story to start off the show. I was at a restaurant, nice high-end restaurant, meeting with a prospect, and at that time broadcasting nationally on television. And I excuse myself and go to the restroom, and when I return, as I'm walking through the dining area, I see people pointing and they're smiling. And I'm like, yes, how you doing? They recognize me, was what I was thinking that they were indicating. And whenever I sat back down, the prospect, he leaned over and he said, did anybody tell you you have toilet paper on the back of your shoe? Blind spots, what we're unable to see. If we're not able to see those blind spots, we're not able to do anything with them.
Yes. And leaders have toilet paper on their shoes, and they can't see it. So give us your coaching style, because you've been a very successful keynote speaker and coach for some 16 years. What's your coaching style like?
As a disc master trainer and coach, one of the things that I look to do is that I look to effectively connect with others. And I use the disc model in order to quickly identify behavioral patterns of others and then know the exact way to effectively connect with them.
Yes.
I've been asked by others, well, could that be manipulation? If used with the wrong motive, it could be.
Yes.
But the whole intent is connection.
And I'm an entrepreneur, and I hang around a lot of other entrepreneurs, and I got to say, universally, we all have fragile egos. Yeah. We don't like to be told we have toilet paper on our shoes.
Right.
So how do you lovingly coach them into recognizing their blind spots?
When I deliver this training on blind spots to corporations, to high-impact leaders, one of the things that I'll use is these could be your potential blind spots. And I will often identify what those potential blind spots and how they show up in an organization, because it's some of the pain points that organizations, large corporations are having is high turnover.
Yes.
Harvard Business Review, Gallup, a lot of the reporting agencies say about the same thing, that 75% of employees who leave their job, they leave a bad manager.
Yes.
Just recently, I was presenting in front of a large organization here in Dallas that has over 5,000 employees. And I gave a statistic that a particular reporting agency indicates that miscommunication costs businesses an average of $26,000
wow.
per employee every year.
Incredible.
And so in the room, I asked, there was about 150 leaders there in the room, and I asked, is by chance the CFO or someone that is the head of accounting, are they in the room? And they pointed to the CFO, and I asked the CFO, how many employees are in your organization? They said 5,000. They rattled off the number. Now, do you have a line item for miscommunication costing your organization?
Wow.
And she said, well, it doesn't cost us $26,000 per employee every year. Well, what would you say that it is costing you? And she said a number of over $5 million.
Wow.
For this organization. Blind spots cost organizations because here's the truth. To rehire someone, it typically costs double the person's salary.
Is that right? That's amazing.
And so it's costing in the overall profit. It's costing in high turnover in the culture. And then it's also costing in performance.
Wow. Let's go ahead and put your book cover on the screen so people can see this. What are some of the main takeaways that you want people to get from your book?
Some of the main takeaways is I want them to be able to identify where they're at. We have a simple tool, a simple model to be able to identify what are the predominant personality styles that you operate in. And if you're not able to identify it, then inside the book, there's access to take a free quiz. That assessment, that quiz, we're giving it at no cost when in the open market, we were charging $97 per quiz.
Wow.
And so there's huge value there. And it gives you a clear report on your predominant personality style, and it clearly identifies. And we've had people that have taken the quiz, and there might be 30 items that'll show up. And leaders will say, well, all 30 of these do not relate to me, but 27 of them do. So we're like, come on. So you could check off. And so, because here's the truth, you cannot be aware of something until you're first aware of it. And so we want to heighten the awareness to help you identify what are the potential blind spots that are not just costing you in your organization,
Yes.
but they could be costing you at home like they were costing me.
Wow. Tell me that story.
My family, I've been happily married. My own thought is for 28 and a half years. I know I got married young. I got married at 5. But for the first 17 years, I was operating with blind spots. I was very driven, very motivated. My tone, my pace was overriding not just my wife, but also my children. And this is not funny to me. It was enlightening for me. About 3 years ago, my wife's best friend, who was her maid of honor, came to visit her, and her family came to visit us. And my wife puts her arm around me and she says, I'm so in like with Aaron. I was taken back because I was like, what do you mean like? The word should be love. And she said, I've always loved him, but I haven't always liked him. And it was because I was leading not just myself and not just my wife, but also my children from the blind spots that I was operating in.
So this book is not just a leadership book. It can help you in all facets of life.
It'll help you in all facets of life.
It's beautiful. We're going to pull up your website because I know you do a lot of coaching. Are there audiences that you like to speak to? Are there particular clients that you like to coach?
Where I am my best is with corporations. A typical ideal client would be human resource organizations, because we want to help organizations get it right from the first time, at the very root. And if we can help them and empower their organization to effectively, with the tools to effectively lead their teams, then it's going to affect everything else.
Aaron is a very dynamic speaker. We found his most recent speaker reel. Let's go ahead and roll that.
We're going to show you the pattern of how people think, how to effectively identify, understand, and motivate a proven system that will help lower your stress and increase your productivity. I'm going to turn my blind spot. Are you a leader and you're working harder, but your team still isn't engaged or producing expected results? The problem may be a leadership blind spot. A leadership blind spot is a recurring gap between how you believe you are, what you intend, and how others actually experience you.
It helped me to understand my blind spots. It helped me to understand the personality systems and even how to apply it, use it, go with it. And I would recommend this to anyone.
My name is Antillon. I'm a personality strategy expert. I've spent my career understanding what truly motivates individuals within a team. I will present a tried and true system to equip your audience with the tools to replace conflict with collaboration and to turn challenges into opportunities for growth. That's where transformation begins. That's where I step in.
Understand the 4 different personality qualities is huge. I've learned more about personality qualities and traits than I've learned in my entire life.
One of my favorite parts of being a speaker is the behind-the-scenes work that I get to do with leaders and event planners to understand their biggest challenges and the results that they desire to achieve. An empowering leader that understands that whenever you place individuals according to their own personality style, according to their own gifts, you're going to get the very best out of them. I take on the challenge to customize my presentation that speaks to your own pain points, and when you leave, you have an added tool that you know how to use, and you know what your next best steps are in order to capture your big win.
Hey, I'm Carita Peden with TD Ameritrade. I'm a senior HR manager here, and I've been dealing with people for over 30 years. The training has been a valuable tool, not only for me as an HR professional, but for my everyday life. And I would just encourage anyone to take advantage of this because it's truly been a game changer for me.
Retain your best people, maximize team performance, turn your leadership blind spots into clear vision.
So, Aaron, it occurs to me we have so many very successful people like Mark Zuckerberg. He's technically a coder. He's not necessarily a leader, but we put him on a pedestal as he's leading this, amazing company. Is it wise for a leader to know his or her weaknesses and say, I think I'm going to have a head of operations run the team instead of me run the team?
Absolutely, but I think that one of the reasons why that does not occur in many occasions is because of insecurity. One of the things that I have said is that some of my best thinking has been done by others. And so in order for that to take place, I have to be secure enough in myself by knowing my strengths, but then also knowing the weaknesses, the opportunities, and threats that I bring to the organization, stay in my best and my highest use, and then surround myself with team members that excel in areas of my weaknesses.
Yes. So if you have a boss who's kind of a tyrant and they're chasing off employees, would you coach the boss to find somebody to run the day-to-day?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. We would want to get somebody in the organization that would be the voice, that would be the one that would bring forth the community, that would create the culture that the organization truly desires to create.
What's one of your favorite success stories? We saw Greg Ellis, the Cowboys great, on the screen. You've coached some amazing people. What's one of your favorite success stories?
Greg's done a wonderful job as he has stepped from coaching into speaking, and we work with him as we represent our organization represents him as a speaker agent, and we help him get booked on stage. And he's done some amazing things there. We've had numerous retired military veterans, retired educators that have come through our program that we're working with in order to get them consistently booked and premium speaking fees. Yes. And so it's been a blessing. It's been a challenge. And everybody that comes to our program, one of the things that we help them identify is the predominant personality style that their ideal audience has, so that way we could speak directly to
Yes.
that particular emotion or that particular individual.
And Aaron, I know you spent many years as a pastor, so we have about 3 minutes left, and so I'm giving you the pulpit. There's your congregation. Give a little sermon about why people need to bring you in to speak to their organization.
Well, what we do is that I'm passionately driven, and I use a unique mechanism, like I've indicated, of personality-based strategies, that we bring in the personality strategies into the organization and help your audience identify what are the strengths and weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of my own personality style. And then who do I need? Who would be the best individual, according to personality style, that would best help support where it is that the organization is going? Who do I need on my team? One of the things that I often say is, who are the who's that you need in order to take your organization to the next level? That's one of the uniquenesses that we bring, and I would love to be able to support and help you drive your mission home.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. We're going to end with his website, which is, of course, AaronAntillon.com. The great Aaron Antillon. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. That's it for now.